Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. And my, we are living in interesting times. Samantha's court case, not sure about that. Doesn't inspire me to read on it. South Park, oh my. What I've seen of it anyway, oh my. And then of course, Radar Online has come out with a story, and they seem to be one of the hardcore go-to places. Radar Online has come out with a story that says Meghan Markle is fuming over the proposal that her husband Harry attend the coronation without her, sources claim. And the squabble is ratcheting up tension in the pair's high-stakes marriage. I'm quoting from the article, so we don't need to say allegedly, and I will carry on and read, because it is quite juicy. And it goes on to say Harry is mulling going solo to London, provided he gets a front row seat and isn't shunned as a total outsider. But Meghan finds it appalling that Harry is even considering the palace's one-sided plan. She finds it insulting and manipulative. She, the queen of manipulation, in my opinion. That's me inserting a parenthetical. And she finds it insulting and manipulative, forcing Harry to choose between his current family and attending the coronation. Worse, the date of the solemn occasion falls on May 6th, Archie's birthday. And again, I'm going to insert a parenthetical and say not really, according in particular to Bookworm 2, who's doing a little bit of a recap on all the mystery around Archie's birth, worth watching. Back to the article though, it says they were planning to have a party for Archie with some of his little friends and their parents. I'm getting the giggles. And Meghan wants Harry there to help. So, it does sound like it was sent from a certain Hotmail account at 2 in the morning to Radar Online. Let's remind you, let's first of all tell you that we have the Urban Tarot on the tarot table today. It's a nice modern tarot deck, which would suit a single mum having to host a birthday party on her own. And I have just in my very close circle a single mum hosting a birthday party for her 4-year-old. Dad couldn't make it. Dad was desperate to make it, couldn't make it. All went beautifully. And I don't think that therapy is going to be required in future. Mum handled it. Everybody else rallied around. It was lovely. And so, it's really not that critical, I would say. My opinion, and let's remind you, tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just speculation, or just gossip. We read on the royals because they are archetypal, and we can apply the lessons to our own lives, as I've just said. There we are, 4-year-old's birthday party that came and went without scarring everyone involved. And there is a written disclaimer in the box below, and please read it and form your own opinions on whether Archie's birthday party can go ahead without Prince Harry, who is a prince of the realm and is required to attend the coronation if at all possible. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to see what's going on, how keen Harry is to go, how keen Meghan is to go to the coronation. Does she want to go? How he feels about going alone. Is he eager to get away from the wife and to disappear to London for a few days for a break from the claw? And how keen he is to be back in the royal fold. Does he want to be back with them? How threatened is she by the notion that he might be eager to get back in with the royals, and provided he gets that front row seat and then the outcome. So that's our strange looking tarot reading. And as usual, big plastic thing in the way. Can't really see what you are seeing, but I can see what I need to see here on the table. And we have the Knight of Discs in reverse as the underlying energy. That's a Harry card. The Knight of Discs is the prince, or an earth sign prince, has been. It's a gourmet chef in this modern tarot, the Urban Tarot. somebody with a tasty meal, but somebody who's having a tasty meal withheld from them in this reading. And we're going to put the rest of the cards away. It's slow progress, upright. It's reliable, steady progress. Successful energy. In reverse, it's a roadblock, a path stop, no movement at all, something that's too slow, something that's unstable and erratic. That's Harry. She's accusing him basically. I need to put this card somewhere. I'm looking where I can put it to plate it, basically, like the chef is busy plating his meals. Dog's having a good shout. All right. Bit senile. He's had his walk, he's had his dinner, but she's basically accusing him of being unreliable, of being tempted by this manipulative offer from the royal family. They try to lure him away from his family, and so that's the energy of the Knight of Discs in reverse. Somebody who's unreliable, unsteady, more than somebody who's stopped in their tracks and not making any progress. Well, there's that as well, but it's more of an unsteady energy. That's what he's been accused of in this article, read online. And as I say, I do suspect, that's my personal opinion, that a certain Hotmail account was involved in sending that article off to print. So what's the situation? What is the situation? We got the Six of Cups. It's called pleasure in this tarot deck. I don't agree. Yeah, maybe, but really it's about the past, the Six of Cups, and it's about your family, your childhood, the things from the past that call you. That's what the Six of Cups is about. So ignore the written over meaning that the Urban Tarot has imposed. And we're going to go straight right away with this card. Six of Cups is all about your childhood, your past, your memories. Pleasant memories, the desire to go back to your past. And what is this reading all about if not the desire to go back to the past, to the safety of your home, those people that have known you forever, where you can go and be yourself. You don't have to pretend anything, you don't have to explain anything, and it's comfortable, and it's your blankie. He wants to go back to his blankie. Very threatening for her if he decides to go back to his comfort zone. It may not be so comfortable now, of course. He's telling them, you've got to make it comfortable for me. You can't shun me. You can't treat me like you did at the Queen's funeral and ignore me and freeze me out and ice me out like you did at the Jubilee. You can't do that to me. I need to go back. I need to go back to the place where I feel safe. I've trashed all of you. I've destroyed all of those memories, but you've got to make it good for me. That's what he's saying, and she is deeply threatened by this, according to my interpretation of the cards, my opinion. So this is Harry on this side, this is Meghan on this side. How keen is he to go to the coronation, provided he doesn't get shunned? We've got, it's the Princess of Swords, it's the Page of Swords here, and it's in reverse. He does feel threatened by this. It's called the Activist, this card. It's the Page of Swords. It's the person who is on high alert, who's braced, who's wary, W-A-R-Y, who is cautious about things. So he's worried. This is not easy for him to do. He doesn't think he's going to just be able to waltz in there and everything's going to be great. He's anxious about it. He's anxious about it. He's braced. He's probably communicating behind the scenes, whether it's through lawyers or courtiers or whoever, because it's a communication card, but it's in reverse. So the normal channels of communication are blocked, and he's having to go through back channels to express his needs and be told through courtiers or through lawyers or whatever is going on. This is what's going to happen. You'll get this, but you won't get the balcony. You'll be seated here, not with Eugenie and Beatrice like you were. You'll be seated over there with so-and-so. So it's those kinds of negotiations that are going on. It's about strategy. The Page of Swords, the Princess here of Swords. So it's all strategic for him. It's not comfortable. This is the comfortable energy. It's not comfortable right now. How does she feel about going? Does she want to go? Does she want to get that hat out, that tiara? How does she feel about it? No. And this is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I don't agree with the success thing. It's the Six of Pentacles is about what you get and what you put in, what you take out of a situation. It's about gifts, it's about charity, it's about sharing. Sixes are about harmony after conflict. The fives are conflict. Sixes, you restore harmony. You've learned some lessons. Six in reverse is disharmony, and because it's Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, she feels that she's not getting good enough. She's not going to get a good enough deal from the royals to make it worth her while to go. So she's saying, no, I'll only go if I get my apology, if I get to ride in the golden carriage, if I get crowned, if I can wear that, the crown with the diamond that, I can't think what it's called, the Indian diamond, that's the source of all the controversy that Camilla is carefully avoiding, that giant diamond. She wants everything. She's not prepared to meet them halfway and make it possible for her to go. So it's all about what's in it for her. What's in it for me? Not enough. Can't get the kids in a prime position. Can't get the tiara. Can't get the crown. Can't get the throne. Can't get the gold carriage. Can't get William. And so it's not for her. So how does Harry feel about going on his own without the claw by his side to steer him, guide him, push him in the right direction? Smile, big smiles, big smiles. How does he feel about going on his own? Is he up for it? Seven of Swords in reverse. It's going to be very difficult for him. This isn't gleeful, oh thank God, a weekend off, boys break, off we go. Friends are all lined up, we're all waiting, rah rah. It's none of that. It's called futility. I again don't agree. Sometimes there's a big hit with this tarot deck where I think, oh yes, I need to go and read in the little book and tell you what's going on. No, not so far. Seven of Swords, we're going to go straight right away with it. Seven of Swords is about disappearing, ghosting, stealing, running away, being a coward, taking something that's not yours. When the card is in the reverse, you get exposed, you get caught out. He knows that if he goes, he's going to be in trouble. All the things that he said, the nasty things that they both have said, he is going back into a place where he's going to be very uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable energy for him. That he's having to communicate, he's having to strategize, he's having to negotiate and bargain and try and sort out deals with them. But he knows he's going back and he's exposed and he's going to have to confess and he's going to have to admit to wrongdoing. That is what the Seven of Swords is about. So uncomfortable for him. I think even more uncomfortable if she were there, because then maximum wrongdoing, they would both be so culpable. I mean, she is the one that has pushed this whole thing, the Megxit, the write the book, the Oprah interview and all the rest of it. Wouldn't have come up with all of this on his own. I don't have to say allegedly, in my opinion. I think we have enough evidence in Tom Bower's book and Valentine Lowe's book and all the things, the liters and liters and liters of ink that have been spilled writing about this pair. It seemed to have been cooked up by her and her team in California. So he's going back into a very difficult situation, and I think he feels that if she were there with him, it would be even trickier. That's interesting. Doesn't bode well for their relationship. We're going to look at their relationship again after this. How does she feel about being left behind? We've already heard from Radar Online that she's appalled, she's fuming, squabble, ratcheting up tension, and all of this insulting. So how does she feel? What do the cards want to tell us about how she feels about being left at home and not going? Yeah. We got the Nine of Pentacles. in reverse, doesn't like it. The Nine of Pentacles upright is somebody who's very comfortable in their own skin, very happy to be on their own, love being on their own. The happy single woman is what the Nine of Pentacles really is. She's got everything she needs. She's very successful. She's got a great house. She's Jennifer Aniston. I always think when I do modern tarot, things like the urban tarot, I think there she is. Yeah, behind the scenes, maybe some sorrow, some grief about not having children and all the rest of it. And I don't know why I'm talking about Jennifer Aniston now, except that Meghan is trying to force a friendship there again, according to rumours that are going around. But Nine of Pentacles in reverse, somebody who is not good at being alone. She does not want to be left alone. And when I was thinking about this reading, because I always think about them before I just launch into them, I write questions down, I have a little chat with universe, I try and tidy the energy up. Energy is very, very flaky at the moment, scattered, chaotic. I don't know if you're feeling it. I'm certainly feeling it. So it's quite hard to navigate. It's quite hard to read. It's one of the reasons I'm doing repeat readings on certain topics, just to see what on earth is going on. She's not comfortable on her own. And this card came up in my mind's eye when I was thinking about this reading. I thought I'm going to get a Nine of Pentacles for one of them. I thought I might get it upright over here, that he was just keen to put her out of sight, out of mind, and get away from her. But perhaps he already has. Rumors are that he has, but she does not like being left alone, not at all. The anguish in this article, the outrage of being abandoned, she's the one that leaves, not the partner. The partner doesn't leave her, she leaves them. How keen is he to reconcile with the British royal family as part of this trip back there? And we have got, he wants back in. Absolutely. We've got the Five of Pentacles. It's not to worry, ignore that. That looks like has-been's hands, curiously to me. But it's the card in reverse. The Five of Pentacles is the exile card, the isolation, the banishing card, the scapegoat card, when it's upright, when it's in reverse, coming back in from the cold. He wants to. He really wants to. He knows this is it. It's make or break for him. If he gets a good enough deal for himself, that's not totally humiliating, he's back. He wants back. He's had his fun. He's had his little flourish in California. He's had a taste of that, but he wants back in, like he cannot believe. I think he's broke. I think he feels quite sick. I think that things haven't worked out the way he thought they were going to, either in his marriage or his business deals. This is my speculation. This is me reading this pretty chaotic energy. But Five of Pentacles in reverse is the classic prodigal coming home card, and hoping that they will kill the fatted calf. Many people hoping they stick him in the tower and throw away the key. But that, he wants back in. He knows he's done wrong. He knows he's done harm. But here we have it. The card that tells it all, the Six of Cups. He's going home if he can. William? But anyway, this is the coronation that we're talking about, not the rest of his life. So how does she feel about him possibly reconnecting with the royal family? How threatening is that for her? And we got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it is threatening for her. Again, ignore change. It's not about change. It's about someone making a choice. Twos are about decisions, about partnerships, about turning points in your life. When you decide where you're going to put your resources in your energy, if we're talking the Two of Pentacles. And I look at that and I always think of a pregnancy, that card, but on her own. Just saying, it's there in the energy, it's still there in the energy. We've got a single woman and we've got that card. But for her, she's going to be abandoned. She's going to be left behind. She's going to be overwhelmed. She's going to feel like she's been dumped. She's been tossed aside. The Two of Pentacles upright, somebody juggling, somebody trying to balance things, keep all their balls in the air. We have literally seen Harry juggle, but dropping the ball, giving up, quitting, being overwhelmed, making choices that aren't right. She feels it's the wrong choice. and it's going to leave her in a precarious position. It's going to leave her vulnerable. It's going to leave her overwhelmed. It might leave her a bit broke, but of course she's got a backup plan, allegedly, there at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Outcome, is Harry going to go on his own to the coronation? We're how many months out? I think we're still just under 3 months out. It does look like it. Well, actually, it's a yes. It's a yes in theory. And if I wasn't using the Urban Tarot, I'd say, yeah, absolutely. Off he goes. Prince of Wands. That's communication. That's positive. That's enthusiasm. That's off you go. But of course, there are rumors that are going around that Harry has been asked to commentate on the coronation. And there is the journalist. We might get a compromise. We might get Harry behind a microphone for this, to keep the peace at home. That would be huge. It's a thought. It's a thought bubble. It's been offered to him. Come and sit in a studio with us. Get your makeup done and your hair. We'll spray on some more hair for you. Put you into a new suit. And you can tell us stories, anecdotes, please, not purple ones like your book is full of. But interesting energy. Interesting. He's debating. He's debating what to do. He wants to go home. He really, really, really does. But it might be too tricky for him with this Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. It might just be that he's going to feel too exposed, too vulnerable, too under attack, that he's going to have to answer to people who want to ask him, why did you say that? Why did you do that? Why did you hurt me like this? Why did you lie about this? So it might all be too tricky. He wants back in. Five of Pentacles in reverse. He might take the soft option and go and get tons of money. And according to Neil Sean is the one who's saying this, that he's been offered this. Various networks are trying to catch him for the big coup, and tons of money involved. He might take the money and run. But she's very threatened by what's going on right now. Does not want to be on her own. Does not want to go because doesn't feel that they're going to offer her a good enough role. But hates the idea of being left alone. Very threatened by the idea of Harry reconnecting with the British royal family. Gonna have to read on this commentating thing. It's on my to-do list. It hasn't called me so far, but it's calling me now. That is your reading. And thanks for watching. And on with the next one.